Hey girls, Kaylee here. So our formal hairstyle this week is Hermione's hair from the Yule ball, and I got so many requests for this, so I decided that it was time to go ahead and do that tutorial. I find when I was looking at the pictures and video clips and stuff, I was like, you know what? This was really classically done, which means that they use techniques that are almost impossible to do on your own hair. So I kind of changed it around a little bit. I implemented some easier techniques, and I think I made it something that just about anybody could do. So hope you guys like it, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye! Alright, you're going to start out by curling your hair. You can use hot rollers or a curling iron, and you want to curl the hair away from the face, starting with the top of the head, from the temples to the crown of the head. And then you're going to move on to the side, again curling away from the face. If you have the option, you should do larger curls on top and smaller curls on the bottom. But if you only own one curling iron, then just use that. Even if it's a clipless curling iron, this will work just fine. Then take the front section and give it a little light, gentle tease to add some manageability and some volume. And then right behind that section, we're actually going to create a deep diagonal part. You can see I left my hair in the rollers. I just did that so that it would be out of the way. But if you didn't use rollers, don't worry. Just complete these steps as if, you know, the hair is not there. And then you're going to take the hair that's behind the part and just give it a nice light tease. Again, we're creating volume and manageability here. And you're going to continue teasing that hair in front of the ears and all the way back to the crown of the head. If you find any splits, give it a little tease in the back and then smooth it out in the front. And that way you won't have any ugly splits in your hair, because that's just not a good look. Then you continue. You see I've got that hair from the crown of the head and all the way up to the ears. And then you're going to smooth the hair back with your comb, pulling it around kind of diagonally and holding it an inch below the crown of the head. So you can see we're kind of creating this nice, somewhat side-swept effect and bringing it around, and we still have a nice amount of volume. You can also see that on the side, or on my right side, you've got this hole, so I actually added another piece of hair. If you find that you're lacking the completed shape, just grab another piece so that you can create the roundness of that shape. And when you see it from the front, it's a lot more finished. Then take that hair in front of the part and pull it back however you need and whatever is most flattering for your face shape, and pin that in place. And then you're going to take the hair in front of the ears and pull that back and flatten it a little bit to accentuate the volume of the pieces above it. Crisscross all of those pins together so that they stay really, really well. Then you're going to pick up a 1 to 2 inch section and we're going to tease it again just a bit. It looks like I'm doing it a lot, but it's really just because it's behind my head and it's somewhat clumsy to try to tease behind your head. Then you're going to go ahead and loop it around and create a nice little arc right there. The reason why we give it some teasing is so that the curl will be stronger and look fuller. Then you're just going to pin it right against the base. And the way I did this was to actually create these loops in a nice little arc so it looked like the outside of a bun. And then inside I actually filled it in with loops that went different directions to create a multi-dimensional effect. But I like to start with the outside first because that way I can make sure that I'm getting the shape that I want and that it's balanced, so I don't have one side that's bigger than the other. So what you're going to basically do is you're going to watch yourself. You can check yourself in the mirror if you're doing this on yourself or if you're doing somebody else, and just play around with it. Play around with the loops to see where things look best, and then when you see that your loop is placed in a place where you like it, then you're just going to pin it. That is literally all I do. It's a lot of trial and error to kind of place all of this stuff. You can see when I first make the curl, I just kind of form it into place, and then when it's the ends of the hair and I have to use all of that, then I actually wrap it around 2 fingers so I can make sure that I get all of the hair incorporated. You want to leave those last 2 inches free because those are going to be our hanging curls. You're going to pull them over to the side and gather them in the center so you can pin them right underneath the loops, and that way you don't see anything. Then you might want to touch up the hanging curls and add any ornamentation you like. I noticed in the movie she had some ornamentation in the back, so I actually used earrings for mine because I didn't have anything like that. But that's it. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!